Well, here we are about 8:30 tonight. Things are still getting windier and windier by the minute. You can see the trees here blowing outside of our studios. I just wanted to get outside, get a little fresh air. We're going to see the wind peak overnight. That tornado threat is still out there. I haven't quite seen it yet, but we're not going to talk more about that inside. Let's go back inside and talk about the storm. All right, we're back inside now. It's a lot drier in here. We have the wind that's been really strong. Look at the recent wind gusts that we got in Virginia Beach. That's at Oceana at 52 miles an hour, 40 mile an hour wind gust in Kill Devil Hills, Newport News at 39 miles an hour and 46 for Wallops Island. As we go into the rest of the night, we're seeing the winds really peaking around 2 o'clock in the morning according to the model data, but basically expect the winds to stay strong all night long, and then into the morning for tomorrow. We're seeing wind gusts that are still strong as we start the day tomorrow, around 30 to 40 miles an hour, and decreasing towards the end of the day. So that's for your Saturday. We're seeing those winds starting to decrease. But a lot of you are asking about that tornado threat. So that's what we're going to spend time on right now. What is that tornado threat for tonight? Well, we're in that level 2 risk for severe weather. We have the chances, of course, for the wind, the tidal flooding, the tornadoes. We're keeping it still on a lesser chance, mainly because it's kind of focused for a smaller area. I don't think it's going to be the whole region, but let's take a look and see what's going on, at least for the overnight hours and into tomorrow. So we're looking at this data here. This is the tornado risk. What we're looking at, this is a term that you may have not heard of before. It's a helicity, essentially. So low levels of helicity is green to yellow. High levels are red. What is helicity? Let's just think of it this way, kind of simple way. It's the available spin in the atmosphere. So if you're making cookies, you want to have the right amount of that sugar to make the cookies taste good. If you have too little, if you have too much, they're not going to really form right. So you want to have just the right amount. So we're going to use that scale, essentially, low to high. Low ingredient, just not quite enough, but we have low levels of those ingredients early into the morning for tomorrow. Here's 7:30 in the morning. We start to see those levels starting to increase just a bit across parts of our area. So we're seeing that helicity, that available spin in the atmosphere, increase just a touch. This is at 9:30 in the morning. So the overnight threat is really looking low right now. The morning chance to see tornadoes is actually starting to increase a bit more. So maybe more so for the morning Saturday instead of at 3 o'clock in the morning Saturday. So maybe 9, 10 a.m. or so. We're going to have to watch and see what happens here. As we go throughout the day, that ingredient amount, that helicity starts to decrease. So we're getting better and better as we go during the day tomorrow. Here's a look at the rainfall again. Overnight, it's just going to keep raining. The threat for the tornadoes doesn't come from this big blob of rain that we have over the area now. It comes from these individual thunderstorms and cells and bands of rain that move in from the south. And this is at 8 o'clock in the morning. We have that little area right there. Most of the rain by 11 o'clock is off to our west. And then we're probably looking dry across many locations for the afternoon tomorrow and also into the evening. This is at 7 p.m. So things start to dry out a bit. Just keep in mind we have that one high tide coming up at 6.4 feet. That's at 3 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, the other tides shouldn't be causing too much of a trouble. Here's that rainfall going forward from right now going forward. A lot of the rain stays more to the west. We're just getting a kind of soaking rainfall locally, but shouldn't be too bad. That's what we're seeing right now. I'm going to be here until about 2:30 in the morning to keep an eye on what's going on with the storm. You can see the lights are coming back on. We're doing some testing, some programming stuff behind the scenes right now. So I'm going to keep a close eye on the radar, of course, as we go into tonight. Jeremy Wheeler's in early in the morning tomorrow to take the baton. Ricky Matthews also here tomorrow morning, too, with that tornado risk, as it may be more focused for the morning tomorrow instead of overnight. Again, I'll be on at 10 and 11 with updates. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rain that we have for tonight. See you later.